The college courtyard buzzed with the restless hum of students, but the sound was swallowed whole by the low, thunderous purr of an engine. Heads turned sharply. Conversation stopped mid-sentence. A matte black Lamborghini slid into the campus lot like a predator entering its territory. From the driver's side, the chauffeur stepped out first, circling quickly to open the door. Then she emerged. Her presence silenced the air. Sunlight gleamed against her caramel-toned skin. Long, dark hair spilled down her shoulders like liquid silk, swaying as she walked. Her lips, painted in a bold shade of red, curled in the faintest smirk. She didn't have to demand attention. It was owed to her like tribute to a queen. Students instinctively moved aside, clearing her path. Some whispered, "That's her. Careful. Don't stare too long. Her father owns this city. Cross her and you're finished." Vanessa knew it. She thrived on it. She didn't even glance at them. Why would she? They were insects buzzing, crawling at her feet. She carried her wealth, her arrogance, and her father's iron grip on the city like a crown no one dared to question. Inside the lecture hall, she claimed her usual seat, front row, center. Not to learn but to rule. She scrolled on her phone, ignoring the professor's words until his patience snapped. "Miss Vanessa," the professor said, voice trembling though he tried to mask it. "Would you mind putting that phone away?" The room fell still. Everyone knew what came next. Vanessa's head lifted slowly. Hazel eyes, sharp, unblinking, locked on him. The kind of gaze that had silenced men twice his age. She didn't say a word, didn't need to. The professor faltered, his words crumbling in his throat. The room shifted in uncomfortable silence. Then a voice cut through. Strong, steady, defiant. "Maybe," it said, "you should show some respect. He's teaching." Gasps rippled across the hall. Students turned. Donald. He sat near the middle, books neatly stacked, posture relaxed. His dark skin caught the light, his frame lean but powerful. Confidence radiated from him, not forced, not arrogant, but natural. He wasn't afraid. Vanessa blinked once. Her lips parted slightly as though she hadn't heard correctly. Then she smiled, but it wasn't kind. No one had ever spoken to her like that. Her phone slid into her bag. She didn't break eye contact with Donald. Neither did he. The class ended in awkward silence, tension thick in the air. Vanessa glided out, her driver hurrying to open the car door. She sat back, red lips pressed into a thin line, her mind replaying his words. Her arrogance wasn't shaken, it was inflamed. She leaned forward slightly, her voice like ice. "Find him," she said softly. "Teach him a lesson he'll never forget." The driver nodded. And as the Lamborghini pulled away, Donald walked across the campus alone, unaware of the shadows already moving into place. Donald walked the campus with the same quiet confidence that had unsettled Vanessa. Word spread like wildfire. Someone had dared to stand up to her. In her father's mansion that evening, Vanessa sat at a long dining table of polished marble. Chief Kingsley, towering and stern in his navy suit, listened with disinterest as she vented about the arrogant boy. "Crush him," Kingsley muttered between sips of brandy. "People must remember their place." But Vanessa didn't just want Donald destroyed. She wanted him humiliated. She sent her thugs to corner him. That night, in a dim alleyway, Donald faced them, 4 men circling like wolves. They lunged, but his sharp, disciplined movements turned the fight into a brutal ballet. Metal pipes clanged uselessly against walls as one by one, they fell groaning at his feet. From the shadows, one thug limped away to report back. Vanessa's lips curled into something she hadn't felt in years. Amusement. Fascination. Vanessa whispers to herself, "Who are you, Donald?" The next day, Vanessa arrived on campus, her Lamborghini gleaming under the sun. But this time, her eyes weren't on the students who parted like the sea before her. They searched for him. She found him at the library, sleeves rolled, head bent over a book. Calm, untouched by fear. She sauntered in, her heels echoing. Students held their breath as she leaned on his desk. "Go out with me." Donald didn't look up. "Where I come from," he said evenly, "it's the men who make the move." Her breath caught. Fury and intrigue knotted together inside her. No one had ever denied her before. Vanessa storms out, but the faintest smile plays at her lips. Vanessa's obsession deepened. She sent gifts to Donald's dorm. Designer watches, rare sneakers, expensive gadgets. Each one returned untouched. In class, their silent standoffs became a spectacle. Students whispered, waiting for her to break him. One evening while shopping at an upscale mart, Vanessa's car drew attention. A group of thugs, Not hers this time, surrounded her, knives flashing. Before her driver could act, Donald was there. He fought with precision, striking down each attacker until they fled. The mart's glass doors reflected him standing tall, breath steady. Vanessa, shaken for the first time, pressed her diamond-studded card into his hand. "Call me, so I can thank you properly." Donald hesitated, then pocketed it. In his dorm later, Donald stared at the card as if it were both a prize and a weapon. Donald finally called. Their dinner was at the city's most exclusive rooftop restaurant. Vanessa arrived in shimmering silver, Donald in simple elegance. She tried to lead the night, steering conversation, flashing wealth. But Donald disarmed her with something she wasn't used to: honesty. He wasn't impressed by her money. He wanted to know her. For a moment her mask slipped. She laughed, a sound unpolished, uncalculated. The students below would never believe it. But Donald's mind lingered on his mother's voice, on the stories of his father's unjust downfall. As Vanessa smiles across the table, Donald's hand tightens on his glass. He whispers to himself, "This is just the beginning." Hit the subscribe button to get notified for the next episode of this story.